In this video, we talk about miniature holders.
No,
What?
miniature holders.
Oh, miniature holders. So, I learned early in my miniature painting career that properly hanging on to the miniature while you paint it is a quarter of the battle. Being able to hold on to it in a way that means you won't smudge the paint you just put on it, or that you're able to reach the hard to reach places, and even maintaining proper control over your paint and the model, all important concepts that every miniature painter should be aware of.
Of course, being disabled brought its own set of challenges. But, like a trooper, I tried my best to come up with inventive ways to help aid in my painting. There's a wide variety of items that people use as miniature holders, some of the most common being pill bottles and vitamin bottles, baby food jars, and even cork. And of course, there's the professionally made models by companies like Rathcore and Hobby Zone and Games Workshop, just to name a few. Probably the most commonly used items for miniature holders are pill bottles or vitamin bottles because they're usually pretty easy to get a hold of in most households. When using one of these bottles, a lot of people will add sand to it to give it a weight and help it from tipping or falling over, possibly causing damage to a miniature if it fell from a table. In my bottles, I fill the bottle with sand and then I stuff a paper towel in it. Then I use hot glue to seal the sand so if it does tip over, the sand doesn't spill out everywhere. Some of the reasons that a miniature holder might be appealing is that it gives you something solid to grip onto while you're maneuvering the model around. Also, by not holding the miniature between your fingers, you don't have to worry about smudging fresh paint. And it can be helpful when trying to get in those hard to reach areas. The problem that I encounter, though, in using most any kind of a miniature holder is that it's made to be held with a second hand while you paint. Unfortunately, I don't have the kind of control or power in my second hand to use some of these items, making their use usually awkward or clunky.
Honestly, I don't know how you two-handed freaks make it through your day.
So I set out to find a holder that would be a little more user-friendly for me. Of course, this usually means that I have to create something myself, but this is what I came up with. For this project, I'll be using a dowel rod, hot glue, and the lid of a pill bottle. First, we need to prepare the lid. We do this by removing any labeling paper that might be in it. Just take a box cutter and pry the paper out. But as always, when using sharp objects, be very careful so that you don't cut yourself. After preparing the lid, we're just going to put a good glob of hot glue on the end of the dowel rod. Then we're going to take the dowel rod and just stick it into the center of the lid and hold it there for a few moments while the glue hardens. Now that our dowel rod is in place, we can take the hot glue gun and run hot glue along the rod from about half an inch above the lid all the way down to where the rod meets the lid. So that way we've got a good strong glue structure to hold that rod onto that lid. You can use anything from hot glue to double-sided sticky tape to attach a miniature to a miniature holder. My personal favorite is the Loctite mounting putty because it's reusable and I use it a lot and it remains really sticky. As you can see, I've got much more control now over the model using this miniature holder that I've custom made. I'm able to rotate the model easily and even get down into areas that I wouldn't be able to reach normally using the bottle in my circumstances. And here are some other miniature holders that I've created using various sizes of dowel rods to help accommodate my needs for certain circumstances.
So there you have it, gang. My take on a disability-friendly miniature holder. Not everybody's disability is the same, so not everybody's needs are the same. But hopefully this video maybe sparked some creativity into making you think on how to create one that will work for your particular needs. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and even share it with a friend. And while you're here, drop a comment in the belows. Hit the subscribe button and click on the bell so that way you'll be notified when I make my next video. Most of all, though, thank you for sharing your time with me. I'm Fear the Platypus, and this one is done.